She young. She young woman. She's a young woman, right? Okay. So this story is about the story that I encountered, right? Well, was it yesterday now? About a woman who came about speaking about something that is, that is something tackling around, relationships and all of that. Now, she, as said in a story, right, where she says that, look, giving advice though, she says, if I was in a marriage relationship and we waited 10 years and there's no child that is coming forth, first thing I will do is, of course, find out where is the fault coming from. Is it coming from me or is it coming from my husband? Now, if I identify that the fault is from my husband, here's what I'm going to do, giving an advice to other women. I am going to get impregnated by another man outside my matrimonial home. Oh yes, I'll have a child. After 10 years. Wait for 10 years? And the fault is this? Really, come on. Some other man must give me a baby. I want a baby. That's the fact. That's why I got into the marriage in the first place. Or part of the reason I got into the marriage in the first place. But if the fault is from me, I would look for a woman or a girl and persuade, make sure that my husband marries this girl so he can have a child or children, so to speak. Now, she says this because she's coming from the place of the bond of marriage must never be broken, right? So if you experience such in your marriage relationship, oh, if the fault is yours, own it. Take it. Because you love your home so much and your husband, try and get another woman for him to marry that will bear him children. But if the fault is your husband's, if it's a man's fault, oh, make sure that you get a child elsewhere from another person. Because the most important thing is to keep your marriage, don't you think? So we keep the marriage. Regardless. I've got so much love for him. He's got so much love for me too. If I am so sure of that 100%, then why not if not? Right? The bond of marriage must never be broken. And I really, I'm trying to understand, her standpoint. As much as some would quickly say, man, it's the solution. Yes, now. Yes. After 10 years, how can you be suffering the man like that? How now? It's not right. You are finding a solution, right? And the solution is that he should get another woman, impregnated, and have a child by the person. And if the fault is from you after 10 years too, oh girl, you've tried in that marriage, in that relationship or marriage relationship, try and get a man, that will just, you can bear seeds with, right? As a good book says, let the man go into you. That's how the book, good books puts it. You never go, so just let him go through into you, and then of course bring forth a child, and the rest is history. But what do you think about this? Quite a number of people have tongue lashed her so far. They've tongue lashed her. Excuse you. What kind of advice is this? Where are you from? What are you saying? Do you really know what you're saying? But I mean, the story has sparked a heated debate on social media. Many Nigerians sharing their thoughts and opinion on the matter. The discussion highlights, the importance of communication, trust, honesty in relationships, as well as the need for empathy and understanding in dealing with issues such as infertility. The conversation also touches on the stigma surrounding infertility and the consequences of infidelity, emphasizing the need for a more nuanced and compassionate approach to these issues. Do you think that would have solved the issue of infertility in marriages? I mean, come on. Come on, you and I know. You know somebody who has been married for quite some time now. Probably they already know what the cause is infertility, and they're still grappling with it. In fact, some are still praying and hoping and trusting against hopes against hopes, and relishing that moment when they will carry their own babies in their hands and say, "Oh, this is the flesh of my flesh, the blood of my blood," everything of myself. Some can die just to see the mirror of themselves looking back at them in the form of a baby. It's more like, "Oh, this is just a replica of me. It's an extension of me. Oh, I'm a proud husband." In fact, many people will say to you, "You're not a man yet if you've not become a father." Honestly, even if you're married. Some would also tell the female folk, "You're not a female yet if you've not given birth. If you don't have a child to yourself, you're not a woman. You're not a wife. You're not a mother." There's a difference between a wife and a mother, so you're not a mother yet. No matter how much you are going out there to maybe adopt a child for the family, then no, it's not the same. They tell you it's not the same. You're still not complete. Now you tell me what you think about this already. 0907-353-0044. That is the number. The other number is 0908-766-8888. And the WhatsApp portal number is 0909-705-4450. Is this a solution to infidelity? Is this also not going to brew another issue, another problem or a challenge in the marriage relationship? And how would you advise in that case where two persons have been married for more than 10 years and they don't have a child? Would you also share the same advice with this woman, saying that, "Hey, you know what, if the fault is the man's, as a woman in that marriage relationship, make sure to have a man who would give you children. And if the fault is yours as the woman, okay, make sure that you get the man happy by giving him a woman who would indeed bear a child for him." All right, I'll just get to hear from you now. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
I am Chimeze, calling from Asokoro.
Chimeze, welcome aboard. Talk to us, Chimeze.
Fine, I'm a medical practitioner.
Okay.
And I listened to you. You see, infidelity and infertility are very contrast.
Okay.
And what I say is that a woman's life is terrible. Not on the abstract anyway, you understand me?
Terrible?
No woman
Talk to me.
Easily tolerates another woman's child in marriage. So I call this story aptly contrived, without substance, because when you go through infertility, we see them. It's not my area of specialization. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead, Chimeze.
Fine. I'm a medical practitioner, but it's not my area of specialization. We meet them broad, If a woman goes through infertility due to non-conception and she's thinking of going out to cheat on the husband in order to have a baby, discuss it first with your husband, because if you have intention of when DNA result comes up, no man in his sensibility will tolerate another man's child.
Okay, Chimeze, hold up a bit. I think you're getting the story a bit mixed up. Now she's saying if the man is facing infertility, right, that the woman should go out and have a child by another man. But if she is the one facing the infertility, then she will marry a wife for her husband, as long as their marriage goes on. That's all she's saying, to keep the marriage.
Very good.
Yeah.
What she's saying is not practicable.
Okay.
If she wants to get a child by another man under her man's roof, she should first of all discuss it firmly and seriously with the husband, so that we don't end up seeing people made means mean of. No man, I repeat, will train another man's child without his consent under his roof.
Right.
It is now seen. It will not be seen as being real. It will be seen as being cheated upon. Okay. Yes, the issue of infertility is not what any couple wishes for.
Right.
I was married for 4 years. Our babies didn't come. My wife kept going from prayer houses to medical. I call her. I know what she does. Any woman who is in need of a child, they do the unthinkable. That is the truth. I'll call her. Say, baby, calm down. We have gone for. She insisted we go for tests. 2 years I didn't go for. I went secretly, checked myself. I was in order. That's the truth.
Chimeze, wait, though. You said you went secretly. Why? Shouldn't you tell her? Shouldn't you tell her too? Did you tell her?
Tell you, no, I did not tell her.
You see?
I'm being real.
Yeah, you're being real. I get
being
that.
real, my brother.
Yeah,
I didn't tell her. I ran tests, post-trade, whatever. And now I said, okay, baby, let's go. In all honesty, I love my wife from the depth of my heart. That girl fought her for me when I was in school. You understand me? Even I'm not bragging. Even if she didn't have a child, I wouldn't have left her.
Wow.
The truth, no matter what is involved. Okay?
Yeah.
I wouldn't have done that. But when we now went, I asked her, baby, select choose any hospital or gynecologist of your choice in Abuja, Port Harcourt, or Enugu. She made her choice. We went, and after medical examination series, I told her, madam, you have no problem. Oh. It's just hormonal imbalance and your anxious anxiety.
Oh.
Just calm down.
Oh, I see.
Calm down. In fact, no medications were prescribed. The 5th year, she took in our first child, triplets, 2 boys, 1 girl.
No.
I am telling you, I have. And the second one, twins, 2 boys. And this woman keeps disturbing me that she wants babies. I am 44. She's 33.
Oh.
I said, I am not doing, I not do again. At times she will say, baby, let's go to the room. I say no.
Oh, come on. Now, Chimezi, I believe you. You are real. You're very real.
Listen, I can send you my wife's number.
No. It never reach. It never reach like that.
Confirm me.
Okay, it's okay.
Let's go to this. I say no. I understand. Because this one can give me 4. Under this Tinubu, I am fully powered though.
My gosh.
That lady should discuss seriously with the husband
first,
if such matters come up. And if she's thinking of having a child outside her husband's consent, it is risky. Men don't understand it there as women's jealousy are fiery. That is the truth. Okay? Thank you. I wish them well.
Appreciate. That's one from you, Chimeze, right there. Oh, I think Chimeze is about the realest that I heard now in a space of 3 years, I guess. But yeah, this is where the conversation is still heading out to. You tell me, the place of infidelity and infertility, is there a connection? Chimeze says there is no such connection. A cheat is a cheat. Hello, good morning. Good morning to you.
Yeah, this is Eunice.
Oh, Eunice, welcome aboard. Talk to me, Eunice. Where are you calling from, though?
Calling from Gudu.
From Gudu. All right, Eunice. You've heard this woman's story.
Well,
what do you think?
As for me, that decision that woman take, honestly, it doesn't go. As for me,
right.
Oh, if not careful, she'll end up lose her marriage.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Something like this. Children didn't come to man. Children come from God.
Yeah.
When you understand that you have challenge of giving birth, you have to look for prayer.
Okay.
Look for prayer house. If prayer house couldn't work, hold on to God. I know a woman that she's over 35 years now for her marriage. Until now, she never gave birth to a child. But the marriage is still going on.
How many years? How many years, Eunice? 35?
I'm telling you.
Wow. That's a long
And
time.
the husband loved her. He said, children don't come to human beings. Children come from God. So anyhow, if God says he's not going to give the child, no problem.
Okay.
They will continue working for him and love him.
Okay.
So I don't see any reason that you don't have a child over 10 years. And she started running up and down, same manner of things. It's gone now.
Okay, I get that, Eunice.
Please, we should calm down, wait for the right time.
Okay.
I know it's very painful, but we cannot force ourselves to get whatever God don't give to us.
Don't push it. I get
Yes.
that. Appreciate Eunice for that one. Though, calm down now. Calm down. That's what Eunice is preaching. The message of calm, patience, right? Patience. Just be patient because you just never know. It might just be you running from frying pan to the fire. Well, I've got some bills to pay though. Don't worry. We'll come back in the flip side of 30. Keep it in your mind because I really want to know. I really want to know what you think. I mean, this woman loves her husband so much, and she also believes her husband loves her too. But she's given a solution to something that's not going to break the marriage. If he is found infertile, oh, she's very fertile. She should have a child by another man for the family. But if he is the one or if she's the one infertile, right, and the man is very fertile, she would get a woman for her husband. All right, that way, there's love still going, right? There is some beauty of a marriage relationship she's going through. She's never gonna miss her husband. Neither would her husband miss her in any way or any form. Be right back.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja. Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
Please listen to this announcement. Farag's Borehole. We are competent. We are committed. We simplify borehole for your borehole survey, for your borehole drilling, or any of your borehole challenges. Call us on 0803 596 5170. 0803 596 5170. You can visit at Goshen Plaza, opposite Jabi Model Park, Abuja.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
Top of the day to you, what people. I bring you good tidings from Shelter Goats Maitama View Estate, where you can get to overlook.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
Top of the day to you, what people. I bring you good tidings from Shelter Goats Maitama View Estate, where you can get to overlook the beautiful view of Maitama and its surrounding. And here, 2 million naira initial deposit avails you the opportunity to own a plot of land, and also outright purchase avails you the opportunity to get free 1,000 pieces of blocks from Shelter Good. So for further inquiries on how not to miss out on these juicy opportunities that will bring to your doorstep, you can reach us at our office addresses at either number 25 Lake Chat Crescent, Maitama, or number 3 Cabo Street, Gariki, or you can contact us on 090 51 38 6334. 090 51 38 6334.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
Right back like we never left, and still we're looking at the matter of infidelity and infertility in the fragility of marriage right there. And let me give you the numbers again in case you missed it the first time and you're just tuning in for the first time. Yeah, we're looking at a story of a woman who has come out there on social media saying that, look, if after 10 years, right, she and her husband are not able to bring forth a child, right, maybe due to his infertility, that she's advising women right now, go all out there and have a child by another man, bring that child home, and make that family, that house, a home. But if the fault is from you as the female, you're the one who's unable to give him a child, but he's very, very fertile, then make sure that you don't let him get into, maybe sleeping around. Yeah, but you make sure you pick that woman for him and make sure that she bears him a child. And that way, the home is still together. But I just want to know what you think about this. Is that a solution? Is that the end of the problem? Will that indeed foster the love, the trust, and the marriage relationship? Would it push it from the point A to point Z? I mean, everybody wants to move from one point or the other, right, to the better place. They say greener pastures, but sometimes I wonder if the land is truly greener on the other side. But I'd like to know your thoughts on this one, though. Do you agree with this thought line? Do you agree with what she says? Do you agree with the advice she's given right there after 10 years? I mean, 10 years is a long time, don't you think? I mean, but Eunice broke the record of 10 years when she called in and said she knows a family, a home. They've been married for 35 years. 35. I hope I heard that correctly. And they're still together. As in, nobody is walking away. Everybody says this is where we die here, together. But 0907-353-0044 is that number to call. If you were in the shoes of this situation, or you know somebody and you just want to put an advice out to that person, though, would you advise in this way? Or better still, how would you advise? 0908-766-8888. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Morning. Is Benny?
Yes, it's Benny.
Benny, welcome. Where are you calling from?
Thank you. From Galadima.
From Galadimawa. Oh, Benny. All right, Benny, tell me, what are your thoughts on this?
What the woman said is one of the options.
Oh, one of the options.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because that the option is far risky because a lot of things can come up later, and so I don't believe that it's that bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But still, it's not a good option.
Okay.
But if the two of you agree to it, can go for it. Just that it's not something that you have to go alone and keep it a secret.
Okay.
Yeah.
They have to talk about it. You understand? Okay. They have to agree.
But there are so many solutions to these things these days. But it comes with those that maybe if you have money,
Okay.
Yeah.
But Benny, let me ask you though. But if you were to advise somebody in that situation, or advise this woman right now, what would you tell her? What option would you give her?
Okay, if the person, you can go for adoption actually instead of going outside marriage.
Oh, okay. Adoption.
Yeah.
Okay.
Adoption, there's surrogacy, there's this new thing that they transfer womb. Yeah, so if the fault is from the woman, if you have money, you can do the womb transfer, you can go for surrogacy, you can go for adoption. But for me, that option is it doesn't go well with me.
Okay. No problem. I get that. But if you were to choose any option over all of these options, which would you have chosen? Which would you have chosen, Benny?
Just one?
Yeah, just one. Like the ultimate. Now she breathes.
Honestly, I'll choose adoption.
Adoption, okay.
Yeah, because other options, they come with so much trauma and stress and things.
Okay, I can understand. While you are praying on the sidelines and hoping, right? Okay.
Yeah.
I get that, Benny. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Ooh, Benny right there. When I asked her, I said, if you were to choose yourself, which options you would place above the others? She had to give a sigh of relief. I mean, I guess it's a difficult one, right? Is it that difficult? I don't know. You tell me. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Yes, please. What's your name? Where you calling from?
I'm Peter.
Peter, where you calling from?
I'm calling from Lube.
From Lube. Okay, Peter. Talk to me, Peter. Talk to me.
Yeah. I've got a similar problem.
Sorry?
I had a similar problem.
Oh, tell us.
I went into friendliness.
Sorry?
I went to a friendship
Okay.
with a girl. Within that period, a baby came between us. Then the family said, we got to get together. And they rearranged the marriage. We got married actually. But after that marriage, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. No any other venue.
Wow.
Prayer houses. Until she forced me to go to meet the professor brother of ours.
She forced you to be too.
Up and down.
Forced you to do what? Sorry, didn't get that part.
He took me to the professor. He's a brother, a medical person.
Uh-huh.
He checked both of us, checked me, found nothing on me. They even told me to come and look at the stethoscope. That all those things I'm seeing there, they are in millions pounds. That if women will line up, if I have the energy, I will pregnate every one of them.
My God.
So that gave me the courage that I don't have a problem.
Yeah.
So I was afraid in the beginning. So at the end of the day, they gave her medication, did everything. Until today that we are speaking, we were no longer together.
Oh, no. Now, I was hoping for a happy ending to that story now, and then we just lost the call. I guess the connection just went awry. But yeah, do well to call back. Seriously, Peter, I really, really want to know how the story ends, and even though it was not going to the kind of end that I expected, though. But, well, we'll just get onto the WhatsApp portal now and see what your message would be via the WhatsApp. This one says, good morning, Eagles FM. Good morning to you, too. We all know that as far as humans are involved in this matter, it's not sweet at all, because this is a point whereby lizard can be eating in the absence of crocodile. It's improper for a woman to go outside and get a child from another man for him, but it's 78% for a wife to bring a woman for a husband. For this issue is to avoid a state of doing the same thing over and over again, often and often, again and again, in the same way to expect different results. Okay, Joseph Jojo, I beg your pardon, Joseph from Jai. I got from the beginning. I'm not sure I really captured, the last part of your message, though. But yeah, you might want to give us some clarity so we have a proper understanding, to it. Well, I see Sanusi now from Suleja, but before I take Sanusi's message, since he's still typing, let's go hear from this family member. Hello. Good morning.
Hello.
Yes, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Yes, please.
My name is GB.
GB, all the way from where? Life Camp?
I'm calling from Life Camp.
Life Camp. Talk to us, GB.
Well, I've tried to listen to the conversation.
Yeah.
It's saying that a woman, because there's no child, has to go and get pregnant outside and bring to the house.
After 10 years, herself and her husband, she loves him
After
so much.
10 years.
Yes, he loves her too, but she's saying that if he's infertile, she would go all out to get a child for him by another man. And if she's the one at fault, she would marry a wife for her husband, recommend a girl for her husband, just to keep the home together.
That's not the way to keep the home together.
Oh, what is the way?
There are consequences, both spiritual, emotional, and otherwise. There are consequences, psychological.
Okay.
Number one, it's not biblical. It's not godly to do that. I believe in miracle. And if the miracle did not come, you adopt. For example, when God promised Abraham that he will have a child at the age of 75, and it did not happen, along the way, Abraham told God, I think I will adopt this my servant as my son to be the heir. God never said adoption was bad. He said, no, don't go that direction. My promise will still come to pass. Meaning that God supports adoption. And we saw in the Bible, when Mordecai adopted Esther, he brought Mordecai to limelight that he now became a prime minister. Mordecai adopted Esther. We don't know the background of Mordecai, either he married or not married.
GB, I'm trying to understand when you say adopt. Was Agai adopted? Ishmael's wife, was she adopted or was she married? Mordecai, did he marry Esther or was it just adoption? I'm trying to understand it.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you talk of Agai,
yeah,
Agai was a mistake,
A mistake.
and that mistake is still haunting generation of Abraham till today.
Okay.
It's an avoidable mistake. Abraham never asked God if that is good direction or not.
Okay.
And that's why when Sarah realized that she missed it, Sarah was not patient enough to believe that that son would still come. And he now saw the effect of it when Ishmael was making jest of the woman and the boy. Say, look at you at the age. You see the boy is bring this and that. He was not happy and said, no, this child has to go. It was then she realized her mistake.
Okay.
That she pushed her husband into that, and Abraham never prayed. As a Christian, you pray according with everything you want to do in life. Pray about it.
So yes.
God will have told Abraham to go direction.
Okay.
But he has his own will.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is that that one is not a yardstick. It's not a standard, because till today, I don't want to go into many sphere something. The generation of Abraham, Israel, are still suffering. They are being hit hard by that mistake of Sarah for going into Hagar.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is that adoption is the right thing.
All right.
Secondly, now, would the woman inform the man and say, okay, I'm going to bring a child from outside for you? Would there be agreement between them, or she would do it secretly? If he does it secretly, if that man gets to know, that marriage will end. Because they will know that this is not my child. Because if that child came in with any misbehavior or some genetical disease, and the man is saying, no, in my family, we don't have it. They say, no, go and trace it. And the man had the father said, look, this is not my child. I'm telling you, it will create more problem that they want to solve.
Okay.
But if you go to adopt, before you adopt a son or a girl or son adopt, the medical checkup on that son, on that something, that confirm the status of that, and you will know from your mind that this is a son or daughter I adopt. You will love and cherish that son or daughter, that baby, for your lifetime. Then when that thing is in you, that this is not my blood, my wife did this for me, or this girl is not my blood, that one, that's a psychological effect it has. That freedom will not be there.
Okay.
Especially when there's a crisis, especially when there's a problem with that child, you always say, oh, I know. Look at this, maybe the man, this and that. To me, adoption is the best.
All right, GB, I get that. Appreciate you for that one. GB saying adoption is the best. And he had already clarified on what he meant by adoption. All righty. Okay, and going back to the biblical, point of view right there. And let's go see Sanusi. Sanusi from Suleja saying, that is not right. Desperation. With the exclamation mark. More like he's screaming it out loudly. Always believe in God. Do what is right and seek for medical help. And above all, be prayerful. With God, nothing is or shall be impossible, he says. And he goes on to saying that 97% of the ailments is psychological. Stress and anxiety can make a woman not to conceive. So she should calm down and relax her mind. Everything will be all right. Thanks and have a good celebration, he says. All right, thank you, Sanusi. Appreciate that all the way from Suleja. But come on, this woman is only coming out from the place of love in her heart. Yeah? Love in her heart for her home. I mean, y'all know it. Maybe because y'all are not females. Maybe you won't understand, especially in the place of within the confines or the ambits, within the walls of marriage, right? Maybe you won't. For a woman, you won't understand it, because society has expectations on you. You have expectation on yourself. Family has expectations for you. In fact, your mother-in-law or father-in-law, parents-in-law, family-in-law, they are waiting to hear, they're wanting to hear the cries of a baby. I mean, as soon as y'all just get married, we should be waiting. In fact, they are even checking the calendar for you. You don't have to check it. Like, they're checking it for you. And they wedded on 7th of October. Okay, so bad as he bad now. Before, They're calculating it for you. So there's so much pressure, and it goes back to what Sanusi actually said, that there's always the place of stress, the anxiety. Oh, will I be able? Will I? Oh, when is it gonna happen? Will it happen? Is it now? Is it tomorrow? Is it next week? Oh my goodness, it's taking time, and all of that. That this could also add to, it's psychological, he says, right? And it also goes back to strengthen what Chimezia had said, that look, psychological, your mental health at that time, the way you think at the time, your worldview at the time is very important. So it's best for you to keep it on a very open field situation where you don't have to pressure yourself, because the more you pressure yourself, you never know. And many times, you and I know, when there's no crying of a baby in the house, there are mostly, for some tribes though, for some people though, for some families though, let me not take it to tribes now, let's say family. Some families will start telling their son who married you. It's like you'll start thinking of coming back home. There's a girl. They'll start by eulogizing a particular girl. Oh, I know her. This particular girl, very hardworking. Chai, maybe she should come and visit sometimes. Or we can set up a date for both of you to get to just have a conversation. You may like her. Why would I have to like a girl when I'm already married to a woman, to my wife? And y'all know, y'all were part of that wedding and stuff. But yeah, that's how it starts. Before you know it, it starts getting full blown maybe after the third year. And you know how it goes. But for the man too, yeah, there is pressure. The pressure most of the time is not really coming from the man. Yeah, he thinks about it sometimes. Okay, she's not giving birth yet. Okay, I'll give her time. I love her and stuff like that. And he tries to leave by. But the man's family, when you see pressure coming on him, they make him think even things that he never thought about. Yeah, and that also mounts pressure on him. So even if that night his wife would have taken in, but because of those pressure, there's no performance, and before you know it, it doesn't happen, right? Everybody preaching calm, but this woman, she probably has, in good faith, the good for the family. I don't think she's trying to destroy a home, though, don't you think? What do you say? But well, let's just go see what some of you are saying right there across social media platforms. Now, we see messages coming through. This one at Niger News says, I'm not surprised. Many Nigerians who go abroad. Okay, not that one. Okay, let's see. Oh, this is it. I get it now. All right, so Favor is saying infidelity is a clear sign of deeper issues in a relationship. Couples should focus on building trust and communication. All right. This one says infertility can be a heavy burden at Oma, right? It can be a heavy burden. Couples should seek counseling support to navigate these challenges. And this one here from Chinedu, it says men should prioritize, all the way from Port Harcourt though, by the way, men should prioritize their health and well-being, especially when it comes to reproductive health. Secrecy can lead to devastating consequences. I guess aligning with GB's thoughts, saying that there are consequences. Yeah? Isn't from Enugu now? Women should not be blamed for infertility. It's a shared responsibility, and couples should work together to find solutions. Yeah, so it shouldn't be one-sided. Don't always blame the woman for infertility, because it is a shared responsibility, she says. But then I think GB brought something up where he says no man, I think Chimezia also thought so too, no man would accept, will take it easy, discovering at some point that maybe his child, the baby, the human he calls a child, is not his in the first place. That the woman or his wife played an away match and brought in a child, whether male or female. But then, dude, have you ever thought about this? Is there a likelihood that females accept children from their man's past relationships? I'm just asking, though. Just asking. Seems as though there is a likelihood that a female wife would accept a child from her husband's previous relationship. Well, I don't know. I don't know. But let's go to back to the message now. I see this one coming from Olamide in Ibadan. It says, the trust is a foundation of any relationship. Without it, marriages can crumble quickly. So if there's no trust, the marriage dies, it says. David in Kaduna is saying couples should prioritize communication and honesty. It is the key to a healthy and fulfilling relationship. Aqua in Benin, infidelity is never justifiable. Couples should work on rebuilding trust and strengthening their relationship. And gift all the way from Joss now sending in this one says infertility is not a curse. Couples should explore alternative options like adoption and focus on building a loving family. Yeah, got that one too from Benny. Benny said adoption would have been the best, if she were to choose, if she was to choose. Now we'll see this one. Namdi. Okay, Namdi, I beg your pardon. From Uwere. Says men should be open about their reproductive health issues. It can prevent misunderstandings and strengthen relationships. All right. And then blessing finally, of course, from Wari, saying marriage requires effort and commitment from both partners. Couples should prioritize their relationship and work together to overcome challenges. All righty. Well, that would be all we have for you today. Y'all have said your mind. You've made it clear, what should be and what should not be, right? And thank you, far too kind for this, right? Well, the story of the couple struggles with infertility and infidelity, it does serve as a reminder, right? That relationships, they do require effort, they do require commitment. If not anything, they require communication. And we can only pull through by learning from, these experiences or their experiences. I mean, the experience of this woman now. We can better navigate our own challenges. We can create more fulfilling relationships. I mean, everybody has been saying prioritize your empathy, prioritize your relationship, give room for understanding, show some support. And if we do all of this, we can indeed build stronger, more resilient relationships that can indeed withstand the challenges of lives. And then one thing again is clear: always be open about your thoughts. I mean, a lot of us, we stay hidden our thoughts, or we stay hidden in our thoughts and keep our thoughts hidden at the same time, and we don't share with our partners, and we take decisions. One of us feeling as though it's my right. I have to take the decision, regardless of what any other person thinks in the family. The other two will say, you know what, I will have to make this decision for him, because he may not, right now he's not thinking straight. And they take their different individual decisions, and one way or the other, it always comes back firing back at them. And it's not always a very pleasant sight, trust me. But well, whatever it may be, I'm sure you got your take home already. What would you do? You can follow the conversation across social media platforms right there, as the television aspect of what you're listening to now via your radio gadgets and all is right there. And it's going to be there for a long time, right? So get on there, go underneath the post there, and let me know your shared thoughts about this. Probably you've been thinking about what to say, how to say, or where to start from, where to begin. Somebody would tell you that my story is long. Well, cut that story short. Get onto the social media platforms where we are hosting an internationally accepted, globally rewarding, and a nationally embracing television right there on Facebook as well as in YouTube at Eagles FM Abuja. While you're at it, do well to also subscribe to the YouTube channel and spread the Eagles wings across every other social media platforms as you know it. Talking about Instagram, the gram, talking about X, formerly known as Twitter, and TikTok. Okay, at Eagles FM Abuja. Well, I call it a wraps right here, and I'm asking you to enjoy your day up until the 12 o'clock mark. Don't worry, I got you covered, right? And at 12 o'clock, my colleague will be here to take you on the Sunny Side Show. My name is Uduak Daniel. Call me UD, the Golden Voice, on your radio.